so I'm actually next with Muskoka. I did Muskoka, Canada this year.
You're not going to talk about Hawaii?
Well, I'll talk
Really? Are you kidding?
We'll talk about that at some point.
Are you kidding?
That's actually.
Muskoka, baby!
Who wants to hear about that?
Oh. Well, let me tell you about, there's a lot of stupid races, but Muskoka, I was a freaking idiot getting prepared for it. And I blame really Doug Tinkham for that. Because,
It's Doug's
and if you know, that's Doug's fault. Doug and I did Boulder last year.
American people.
And together. And he took me some shots out there that I think I'm still feeling the effects for. So yeah, they have some things that are legal out there that aren't yet legal in Alabama. So, but for that, I would be thinking clearly. So this year, 2015, we started the year thinking about what races we were going to do, and Doug and I, before he started going to law school, signed up for Muskoka in Canada. Dawn and I and Doug went out there to Boulder last year, a great road trip, a lot of fun, and so me and my buddy Doug were going to do another race, and he went to law school and he bailed on me. Doug is one of those people he's really anal. I mean, he's one of those that he will know everything about the race, every little fact about how far this is and how high this is. I'm not that way. I am absolutely the opposite. I just sign up and let's go to it. So I'm reading the description of Muskoka, and it says 2,200 feet of climbing, I think. And by that time, when I'm preparing for the race, Doug is bailed. I get my legacy entry into Kona, and so I'm not really thinking about Muskoka, but my idea was, well, let's just go do the race, man. Let's just go do an Ironman race. We'll go through like a long training day. It's just an IM event. Shit, just do it. Just go for a vacation. And that's what we were going to do, me and Dawn. So we were just going to go up and do a race. And do it about 70%, and just knock it out and have a good vacation. So we get up there and we start driving the course as we usually do, and it's a 2-looper. And I'm driving, and it says 2,200 feet, and I'm thinking, during the drive, I'm thinking, crap, this is pretty fucking hilly. I mean, this is 2,200 feet, it's hilly. I mean, you're coming up over some hills, and you're going down, and I'm thinking, well, okay, so and we didn't drive the whole course, and so I'm thinking, well, this is just the really hilly part of the course. And so we didn't drive it all, and so on race day, the swim, I had a pretty good, decent swim. I'm an average swimmer, but I had a good swim. Get out on the bike, and within about 20 miles, hell, I'm beat. I'm tired. And as it turns out, the 2,200 feet of climbing I thought, and 2,200 feet is a little more than Florida. So you think and the whole reason I picked the race, I thought, fuck, it's flat. I'll just go up there and do a training day, and just have a vacation. The 2,200 feet of climbing turns out that was meters. So as it turns out, Muskoka was 7,300 feet high. And so, it was a brutal freaking day of climbing. But I didn't know this on race day. So I'm on my first loop of the bike ride, and I come up, and there's just hill after hill after hill. And I come through the first lap, and I said, fuck, I'm done. I can't do it. I mean, what? I have no training whatsoever. I have none. My fitness is shit. I'm not going to make the race. And so I'm stopping at the aid stations, and I'm eating on the bike. I stop, and I'm eating. I'm saying, what? Is everybody else tired? Is nobody? And they're just pedaling on. I said, well, fuck, I'll go. All right, so we go for the second loop, and I started dropping my chain on my bike. And so on the derailer, when I would go on these freaking climbs, I would go down to the small gear in front, it would drop the chain. So about at mile 70, I said, screw it! I'm not going in the low chain, I'm going big gear the whole way. So I'm just grinding up these hills, just grinding and grinding. Of course, that tears my knees up. I got chronic knee problems, so get all the way through, the bike, and get into transition, start running, and the run, as usual for me, is just beating. And so I go the first 4 miles, and I'm down, and I go all through the run, walk, in of the marathon, and the next day I finish, and I forget, it was a horrible finish. It was a bad finish. Yeah, felt like my knees were really bad.
It was a finish. Hello.
All along, it was finished.
It's finished.
So the next day, yeah, it's, I'm beating myself up, and again, 5 weeks later, and the whole race was, I'm going to do this at 70%. Okay, I'm just going easy because 5 weeks later I got Kona. So, I'm going to do this at 70%, take it easy, an easy day, just a little vacation up north. And I come off that race and I'm hurting. I really am. My knees are really hurting. My knees are swollen up, and we have about 2,000 feet of climbing on the run, and so it was a tough course, beautiful course, and if you want to do one with the knowledge that it's going to be a little bit tougher, go do it. It's a great vacation. And so, the next day, talking to people and typical idiot Americans saying, God, that was tough. That was a tough bike, 2,000 feet. I can't believe it. And they said, no, sir, that was meters. So I looked today, and just to give you an idea, the 7,400 feet of climbing in Muskoka, tougher than St. George, tougher than Lake Placid, tougher than Wisconsin, Las Cobos, Kona, all these races besides Tahoe, it's the toughest bike course there is. And so I think the mental part, for me, the mental part of a race, when I get down is when I get beat, and this is one of those races where I was just beat. And so I'm glad that I finished it. It is a beautiful course. We had a lot of fun up there. But mentally, you just got to get prepared, and it really is one of those I am races in one where you've got to get prepared for the course. And I slack on that a little bit. Tinkle. Doug Tinkle. Yeah. If he would have been with me, then I would have done much better. Of course, we would have partied pretty hard, but it was a lot of fun. One thing, like Marine says, anybody can do these things. Hell, we know that. We've done them now. So all we got to do is get mentally right to do it. All right. So that's Muskoka. Any questions about Muskoka?